Good to go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to post-match press conference for match number 10 between Mexico and Canada. To my left, we have Coach John Herdman. Same process as always, please. If you have a question, please raise your hand and patiently wait for me to get called on. All right, we'll proceed. Up here, please.
Hi, John. Archbell, Concacaf.com. I know it's not the result that you wanted tonight, but in those last 30 minutes, when you brought on your subs right around the hour mark and things kind of evened up, Canada started creating more chances, you got your goal. Are you able to take solace in that after this result?
Yeah, I think, Mexico are a very good team. We had a pretty clear plan coming through to that 60th minute, and the goal was to make sure that the game was in reach. And it was for a period of time. So I was really proud of the boys in the first half. I think they frustrated Mexico, and they scored when we only had 10 men on the pitch, and that's something we'll learn from. So again, coming in and putting some of the weapons on the pitch that we will hopefully be able to use in the semi-final at times. We didn't want to show everything tonight. We wanted to learn a lot from Mexico, and we've got an important game against Cuba, which will qualify us for the quarterfinals. So tonight we lost, but we learned, and we learned a lot.
Yes, right up here with the white shirt, please.
Marco Cummings, Major League Soccer coach. How do you rank this game as a measuring stick for your team, and what were some of the positives you were able to take away?
Well, I think as a measuring stick, we were able to see Zachary Broad, Derek Cornelius, 21, 19-year-old players with no experience against this type of opposition and living there, living against a $35 million player in Jimenez. These guys were doing well tonight. So I think there was real learnings for those guys. They'll get a sense of what they have to do next time coming in there. But I just have to say I'm proud of the effort of the players. We didn't roll over for Mexico, and it was just I thought we had the momentum on that goal we scored, and just to get sucker punched on that third goal, that sort of killed it a little bit. But I think just generally it was good learnings for all of our players and great experience for the young players as well. So it was a measuring stick. It wasn't a true measuring stick, because I never put my best team out there. And that was an important step we had to take to make sure we have freshness for Cuba, playing in 36 degrees in Charlotte in 3 days' time. I've got a couple of players there that are absolutely ready to go and to get us through the quarterfinal.
Coach, over here. Good evening, Leon Lecanda from ESPN Mexico. I have two questions, if you don't mind. The first of all, do you think that hidden some of your strengths or your weapons in this match against Mexico will benefit you in a possible semifinal, as you said, against the same team?
We've been working back from that semi-final in our tournament planning. Again, coming into this role, that's what I've brought with us, a lot of tournament experience. You've got to understand our squad will never be as deep as Mexico's, so accumulation of minutes is critical. We can't be arriving at a quarter or semi-final with too many players on red minutes. So these are things you're thinking about as a coach. It's not a case of, and I know Canada would have loved to have just said, go on, Herdman, put your team out and just go for it. There's a marathon here we're running. There's a little sprint there tonight. I was proud of the strategy, the defending with a back five. I thought the team did very well. Frustrated Mexico, pushed them to create just a few half chances, and we caught some good chances on the counter. But again, to concede that close to half time, I was tough. I wasn't happy with that. And again, I wasn't happy with my own ability to manage that moment, We never managed that 10-man moment well enough. I just couldn't get my messages on.
And the second, if it's possible, would you mind tell us what happened with the Mexico's national team head coach, Gerardo Martino?
Yeah, he's a great coach, and I think he was asking us, I don't speak Spanish, I think he was asking us how my new role was going. So I just said, yeah, it's going well. And I asked him if he's enjoying his job, and that was it. And we got on with the game. He won and I lost.
Blue shirt up here, please.
Good evening, Coach. Felipe Cardenas with The Athletic. Can you talk about Jonathan David, his progression, his development, and his role within the squad, not just in Gold Cup, but beyond Gold Cup as well?
Well, again, I mean, you can see tonight the impact he had when he came on. He's sharp, he's bright-minded, but he could have had more goals tonight. And I think that's something he's learning. These players are young; they're learning these moments. I mean, you know, hopefully in a couple of games' time, he's really taking those chances, and I think he was creating them, and that's the growth. This is what we say: we lose that game, but we're going to learn. We'll sit down with Jonathan in one-on-one meetings and just take him through those moments. But I think he's got the courage, he's got the bravery, he's fearless. And I think that's what excites us. And we've got him fresh against Cuba. So, good luck.
Yep, front center.
Matt Pollard, last word on soccer. Coach Russell Tybert starting at left back, maybe a left wing back at times
wing back,
tonight.
yeah.
Your thoughts on his performance versus what your objective or hopes were for him in this game?
Look, I thought Russell did very well. We put him there because we knew he would demand the ball, he'd want the ball. You know, the biggest, challenge for us when you're playing in that sort of structure and you don't have the ball, you have to be patient. When you win it back, you need men that are going to demand it and want it and can do something with it. So I was really, really happy with Russell's performance. I mean, he was out of position, but, we're not blessed with fullbacks at this stage. Canada's not deep in that space. And, you've seen Mark Anthony there, you've seen Russell there, we've seen Alfonso there. This is what we're doing. I'm not saying we're plugging gaps, but, it was very aligned to the tactics. That player has got a great left foot and he thinks the game like a midfielder. But I thought he defended ever so well. We knew Mexico had a great threat down that right-hand side. Their fullback loves to get forward, and I thought on a lot of occasions he did his best and managed it.
Any other questions, please? No? All right, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.